Guys, Boomslang here, bringing you a build guide video today. It's my Forge Hammers build, so I'm just going to go over that, and then I'm going to try and get another video up tomorrow, or at the latest Monday, to go a bit more in depth on how I manage my current island setup, what I'm farming, why I'm doing it, why it benefits other buildings on my island, etc. So I'm going to try and get that up tomorrow or Monday at the latest. So for now, Forge Hammer build. So obviously it revolves mainly around the Forge Hammers. We've got the Bash Knee, which slows. So I use that to slow enemies if I get close, be it PvP or PvE. And then slowing charge, I use that to get in or get out of a fight, depending on what the situation is. And if I was to hit anybody through this arc, they would also be slowed. So it's pretty good. It's useful. Then we have the giant steps, which, you know, there is no other option. That's just what happens. So that increases my auto attack damage. That's where a lot of my damage comes from. I use Stunning Strike. Personally, I prefer it with this build setup because it can give a nice interrupt. You can't time it, it just happens, but 9 times out of 10 I'll interrupt something that could help me win a fight. You have got the Restore Energy, and then Restore Health, and every 4 normal attacks, your crowd control effects are increased by 50%. I haven't actually really used that, so I had to read that there for a second, but yeah. You could kind of use that for support situations, but I wouldn't bother myself. Bag, it's just a bag, nothing to do with the builds. Mount, I would obviously recommend that you use an armored horse as high as you can afford, or a direwolf, or the saber-toothed tiger mount. You know, it's the mount is what you want to use, but as a bare minimum, I would say armored horse. Then we have Master Stalker shoes. Now, this you could potentially change out for something else. I use it personally for another means of getting in and out. Obviously, if I'm going in, I want to use it for the 15% power increase to damage, and if I'm using it to get away, it's because I'm probably going to lose the fight and I want to get away. Then attack speed. You have maximum load capacity, which would be pointless for what I'm trying to show you. Increase your damage, and all cooldown times reduced. So personally, I go for the attack speed because then that helps with the Forge Hammer stun. Then Master Hunter Jacket, because of the increased attack speed and damage from the haste skill, and attack speed again. And Master Hunter Hood for, well, Master Hunter Hood, I think you can probably change this out. I keep it in there as having some sort of increase to my resistance and to reflect spells. But yeah, well, reflect incoming damage back to an attacker. But you could change this. You don't have to use this one. It's just personally what I use for this build. And then another major part of the build is the Morgana Cape, which increases my attack speed by 50%. Now, I'm using tier 4 just because I was running some high-level black zone and I just didn't want to spend a ton of money. But obviously the higher the Morgana tier, the more attack speed percent you get. So use as high as you can go, but the build fundamentals work the same, it's just a little bit less damage overall. Now, what I'm aiming to do is to increase my damage per second because my attack speed goes up. So, if you were to say there was a person here, I would be teleporting in, attacking them, E and R, and then damage per second goes up to 730. So that is the fundamentals of the build, is just that amount of attack speed. Now I'm going to do a quick little expedition just to show you guys how that actually looks. I'm not going to do any PvP situations. If you guys want to give a shot at PvP, be my guest. You've got the build's fundamentals now. Take it away, improve it, You know, if you make a better build or you feel it's better, drop me a comment. You know, if you make a video of it, let me have a look. I can always remake my video and give credit to you, give you a shout out, stuff like that. But generally, I feel that my build is pretty strong. So E, R, and then attack. And basically, you just hit like a truck really quick. So the build isn't, you know, super fancy. It's not really hard to do. It's based mainly around your auto attacks. So that's what this build is about. And the cooldowns are pretty quick, so it doesn't take long to come back up. As you can see, it's just hitting like a truck. So that's the build, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Remember to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed any of my content. If anybody's looking to, you know, make some money, at the end of the video I'll put the little pop-ups for the 2 previous videos that I've made, help you make some money, pay for this build's items if you can't afford them. And tomorrow or Monday I'm going to be putting up a in-depth island guide, so look out for that, and I will catch you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Boom slung out. Have a great day all. Bye.